Hey family, Sis D here. Just wanted to drop y'all a little quick nugget. If it resonates with you, then you can pick it up and make it be a soul gem. If it does not, then you can drop it to the side. But I just wanted to share really quickly what was coming through my mind. And sorry, y'all, I'm outside. I'm trying to get my couple of 10,000 steps in for the day. So if you guys hear noise, my apologies. So what was going through my mind was in this age that we're in right now, we have surpassed the information age. Knowledge is all around us. What we must do now is begin to dig and seek for the truth. And yeah, so truth is truth, facts are facts. I'm gonna leave that right there. I'm not giving definitions. You guys can Google it, search it, however you want to. There's a difference between truth and facts. So, with that being said, we need to chase every single rabbit hole. Okay? Don't be afraid. Just be Alice in Wonderland and chase the rabbit hole. So, the top ones that we have been misled to believe are the race rabbit hole. Okay. I'm saying race, but I personally believe that there are more than humanoids on this planet right now. I think there have been for a very long time, and they just haven't been revealed because the powers that be are keeping them secret. So that's just my personal opinion. You guys look at the supposed alien and UFO activities that are up over the United States. Check that out. Don't believe my word. Go check it out. So ethnicity is what I'm gonna say. We have been told for a very long time, us melanated people, that we were inferior, we were not strong. Come to find out, science has caught up with us, and we now are finding out that those through eugenics and white supremacy has told us for a very long time that they are the superior race. Come to find out through science and genetics that the blonde hair, blue eyed, pale skinned, that's all recessive genes. And I think we learned about dominant and recessive genes in about 10th grade or so biology. I'm here in the US, so I can't remember because it's been an age ago since I've been in school, but about 10th grade or so that we learn about recessive and dominant traits. So yeah, I'm going to leave that right there. Okay, so also politics. Chase that rabbit hole, y'all. For melanated people, whether you're so called black, so called Hispanic, so called Native American, politics has not really done us well. We need to chase that rabbit hole since the civil rights movement and the assassination of our dear beloved brother Martin. We haven't really progressed any further. So I don't care if you're Democrat, excuse me, or Republican, Independent, red, blue, orange, or green. It has not been very productive for us. That is not accidental. That is actually by design. So you guys go check that out. We have been kept in this place of subservience for a reason. The powers that be need a working class. They need the captives to continue to be the cogs that are turning this wheel. If we, the 90%, stopped doing everything that we were doing, the top 10% would not be able to function. So they have to keep us to some degree appeased so that we can keep churning on the hamster wheel. I personally, I'm jumping off. I don't want to turn the hamster wheel any longer. So I'm trying to walk in a different path. Yeah, I'm going to leave that there. So that's politics. Chase that political rabbit hole as far as it can go. Alrighty. Um, Also, money. Money here in the U.S. is a big thing. A lot of people chase it. A lot of people kill for it. A lot of people lie and steal for it. But it is a social construct that doesn't really mean much. If we go back to the times of our forefathers and foremothers, they bartered. They used the bartering system. In many places on the continent, shells were a method of payment to make sure that you were remaining good on your word. But this whole new social construct is a new Babylonian thing. It is fairly new in the earth. That comes along with the that comes along with the persons. I'm going to be polite and use that, the persons that are forcing and pushing capitalism at all costs, individualism at all costs. Many of these things that our ancestors did not have words for or didn't participate in, these are very Eurocentric ideas, and we can basically look and see where it has gotten us. We are now a society of materialistic, very shallow people who are chasing after things in the grander scheme that don't really make any difference, if I can say it like that. And I hope you guys understand what I'm saying. So, with that being said, you guys, don't be afraid to chase the rabbit holes. Go as deep, as far, as wide as the breath will allow you to. Continue to dig for truth. The answers are out there if we are courageous enough to dig for them. There are some things that I did not mention, i.e., gender. Anywhere in nature that we look, nature is the real thing. You have a male lion and a female lioness. You have a male giraffe and a female giraffe. You have a male rhinoceros and a female rhinoceros. You don't have non binary lions and non binary lionesses. There is male and there is female. That is the beginning of creation. That is also, I don't care what anybody says. Yes, I'm saying it. There still is always going to be male and female. I don't care what these people are able to do via medicine, Western medicine, by transferring and cutting and stitching and redoing and renewing. It makes no difference. When you still go and take your last breath, you still are what you were born as. I don't care how you identify. I know I'm going to probably offend some people when I say that, but it is what it is. I didn't make up these universals. You still are either born a male or born a female. I don't care how many laws are put into place. We can't, as melanated people, we can't get anti-lynching laws, voting rights laws. John Lewis bill still waiting. George Floyd bill still waiting. We're waiting for those things, but you get the opportunity to get a law on the books to say children will now be born and they won't have a gender assigned at birth. It's nonsense. It's utter and complete nonsense. And the powers that be are doing this to push their agenda to continually turn this world upside down and make it more confusing than what it already is. How do you then, a generation from now, explain to these children when they're in first and second grade and they're learning about animals and what sounds they make and how they then procreate? How do you then explain you're a non binary being? You can't. And so these are the rabbit hole things that we need to stop and dig into, think about, use our thinking caps. If it's not sensical, if it's not universal, if it isn't going to stand the test of time, because that nonsense, I'm sorry, y'all, but it's not going to stand the test of time. It is, I'm going to even border to say, it is against the Most High, it is against nature, it is against creation, and everything that mankind has put their hands on to try to turn it upside down and make it be something different than what it was originally created to be, it topples down. Man is capable of some very magnificent things now, but that does not mean you are great spirit. That doesn't mean you get to order the universes. You cannot. There are things above and beyond us as sentient beings, as humanoids here. There are things that are above and beyond us. And we have to recognize that and take account of that. So I'm sorry. I truly, from my heart to yours, I apologize if I offended anybody. It wasn't really my intention to step on toes per se like that. But the truth of it is, There will always be certain things. We have universal laws, and I'll go into that another time. I'll talk about that a little bit more, but there are universal things that we just can't change. We can try to tamper with them all that we want to, but tampering with certain things is just going to make more of a mess. We already see what kind of a mess that we're in. Messing with dams, flooding things out, now trying to block the sun. Yes, I said it. That dude is the definition of the Antichrist. And yes, I said it. Go look up Antichrist, the definition. His little picture is going to be on the side. Look, Most High, forgive me if I'm wrong. Look, LOL, y'all. But there are things that we should not be tampering with. Making a fake sun. We had a nation that supposedly, I don't know how true this is because y'all don't watch the news. I watch my gates as much as I can, but it was thrown to me by a person near and dear to me that there's a nation that's trying to create a fake sun. Yes, I said it. A nation trying to create a fake sun. How do you create a fake sun? How? And then think about this, chase this rabbit hole. How much power would you need to create the power that is generated by the sun? That power to create a fake sun would have to be nuclear. Y'all out there who know better, inform me if I'm wrong, make a comment, leave a comment if I'm wrong. But if you need nuclear power to make that much, had to have that intensity of power, then what if something in the nuclear plant goes wrong? What if something in that artificial sun collapses or fails? We've had it happen before. There have been Chernobyl, nuclear, still, we're are we 30 something years out from Chernobyl and it's still radioactive? Japan, issues. So then chase that rabbit hole. Think about that. And those are the things that I'm talking about that we should not even be tampering with. If we go back into our natural place, we were created to be keepers of the garden here, to tend it well. If we go back and get into our designed and created roles as tenders and keepers of the garden, we would see that things here in paradise would be incredible. But we just need to get back in our place. With that being said, y'all, thank you so much for taking time. I know this is a longer clip, but I appreciate each and every one of you that take time to spend with me. Thank you those who have taken time, who have commented, reached out on different other avenues to reach out to me. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Thank you so much, y'all. Have an incredible 5th day of the week. And as I always say, this Sis D, y'all. Vibe up, y'all. Vibe up. Sis D, and I'm out.